So my name's Lita. Um, I am the gallery manager here at the Magic House for the World Traveler Gallery. I might have met some of you. We've worked really closely with Jeffrey during the creation of our Kenya's Kids exhibit, which was opened our gallery back in 2018 and has been here a couple times since. And it is coming back this spring, late spring through the summer. So I don't know if any of you have seen it in the past, but it's a great experience for kids and their families to experience Kenyan culture and what life is like for kids living in Kenya. It's a very hands-on exhibit. If you know the Magic House, it's very hands-on. Lots of projects and activities that kids can do with their caregivers, and lots of opportunities to get involved at the Magic House, not just Kenya's Kids, but we have lots of other exhibits as well. Lots of opportunities for volunteering and for working, paid work as well. A few details for volunteers. Anyone 13 years old and above can volunteer for a paid position. We start at 16 years old and above. And I have a note here from our HR that we are hiring right now. And I know a lot of you aren't looking maybe for work this moment, but in the summertime, if that's the case, I do encourage you to start the application process now. That way you can get a head start, maybe an interview beforehand and then talk about availability. It's always hard in the summertime if you're applying then and there because we might not be hiring at that time. So if you're interested in a paid job, I would look into it sooner than later. I'll go ahead and all of both volunteering and paid positions, you do need to sign up through the website, our website at the Magic House. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys, the direct volunteer opportunities, job and volunteer opportunities there. And that way they'll get your information and they will reach out to you to contact for an interview or just to kind of set something up. But aside from Kenya's Kids, we do have summer camps here at the Magic House. We've got lots of, daytime public hour time to spend here, as well as like evening and night events as well. So if your schedule is limited in any way, we have a wide range of opportunities. I do want to throw out there as well that the Magic House is hosting the annual Children's Museum Conference this year. It's a national conference. Children's museums from all over the country are coming to St. Louis this year for the conference. It's several sessions in May. And I know that's a little bit maybe early for some people. Some people might be finishing up school at that time, but if you are interested in volunteer opportunities for that, we are looking for a lot of volunteers, and with just a 4-hour volunteer shift, you do get access to the conference for a full day. So if anyone who's interested in children's museums or even just early education, there's a lot of good sessions there as well. And Jeffrey, I'll email you the volunteer flyer if anyone's interested in that. It will break it down. I just have a PDF, so I don't think I can put it in the chat, but it breaks it down into shifts and different responsibilities that maybe you can share out. But yeah, those are those dates are May 15th. Starts on volunteer prep starts on a Sunday, the 15th through the 18th. So I don't know if that works for everyone, but maybe it works for some of you. That's just another one of our opportunities. Anyone have any questions? Or Jeffrey, do you want me to reiterate anything?
No, I think that's good. I appreciate that. So on the application, did you put on the link for the application? So how do they do the apply?
Yeah, well, I put in the chat is our website, directed to our job and volunteer opportunities. And then if you scroll down, you can select either paid position or volunteer opportunity, and it will just take you through the process. So click learn more. Museum guide right now is our only paid position we're offering. And then there's an apply now, and where you can fill out your name, your phone number, and just contact information, where our either Abby, our volunteer coordinator, will reach out to you, or Liz, head of HR, she will reach out as well for paid positions.
Great.
Does that make sense? It's in the chat right there.
That is good. And I think if somebody has a question, they can always, I'm going to put also my email there, and somebody can always.
Yeah, I'll add my email as well.
Yeah.
And let me look up, our volunteer coordinator is Abby, who couldn't make it today, but she can answer any specific volunteer questions, especially for the rest of the house. Yeah.
Great. That is awesome. I can always say that we have had quite a number of our students do work at Magic House. That's the volunteer there. I know my daughter has done over 100 hours of there, and she look forward to do it again this year. So it's always good to have them start building those skills at an early age, from 13 years all the way, those who are getting to paid position, 16 years old, start making money and also know how to manage your money. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I also want to point out too, if you're like right on the brink, like you're 15, but you'll be 16 soon, apply anyway. And again, like I said, it's just to get the process started, and then you'll be ready to go when you turn 16, if it's, before the end of the summer, I guess, in this case. But yeah, we definitely, in terms of volunteers, we're almost always accepting applications, but for staff, it kind of varies depending on our busy times. And since summer is a busy time, we try to get those positions filled as early as possible. So even if you're only available like one night of the week, or if, I encourage anyone interested to apply sooner than later.
Great. That's good. And I think on those first two, I see there is a link that has been shared there. So you can always follow that link and also take some of the advantage of those. I really look forward to that conference that you
absolutely
May. It's awesome.
And feel free to email me. That's Lita@Magic House. I'm happy to answer any questions. And Abby's email there is for any volunteer.
All right. Thank you so much. If anybody has a question, you can always post on the chat. And then we can have Linda, if she's going to be around, we respond. If not, we'll be able to follow up on the email. Hello. I think the system kicked me out. All right. So great. If you have a question, I'll say if you have a question, post it on the chat, and then if Linda will be around, she'll respond. If not, we'll follow up with the email. The next speaker will be Jacqueline Johnson. Like I said, she is one of our greatest working for St. Louis Zoo, our greatest partner, has been with us for a long time, especially for young people. The same, we have a lot of young people who are also working there, but also volunteering. And I think the biggest part is for young people who go there for the summer camp. And we can't wait for what's coming up this summer. So Jacqueline, over to you. I think you're on mute.
Thanks, Jeffrey, so much for that introduction. As he was just mentioning, yes, the St. Louis Zoo is a partner with your organization, and we are so glad to be able to offer information to you guys and also talk to you about the different programs. So I'm going to see if I can share my screen to show you my presentation. Let's see where I am. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Okay, so my name is Jacqueline Johnson. As Jeffrey was mentioning, I work at the St. Louis Zoo, and today I'm just going to talk to you about our career and program opportunities that we have for you guys this year. And so I'll talk about summer part-time jobs, interns and externships, our teen volunteer programs, the camp programs and the scholarships, which I know you guys are very excited to hear about.
Yes.
We're having an upcoming virtual career program that's going to be happening next month, and some information about our community family programs. So summer part-time jobs, the zoo is hiring. We have lots of part-time positions available in several areas, retail, rentals, food service. Some of these positions are flexible, meaning you can get workday and weekend hours. For the zoo, you can start working at the zoo as early as age 15. You will have to have a work permit by the time that you're hired, so keep that in mind. Some of these jobs do not require prior experience, so you can get trained as you go. And the positions start at $12.50 per hour. We've had one job fair. The last job fair we had, I think, canceled due to weather. So we have one coming up on Saturday, March the 12th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And I'll see if I can go to that page. Can you guys see it? Can you see the page?
We see the summer part-time jobs. Yes. Are you
Yes.
the link? Yes.
Yes. And so once you go to the zoo's website and you'll go to the about page, and then you'll see employment, you'll get to this page that talks about the hiring. There's a video here. It's a presentation from our VP of HR that's really just kind of welcoming everybody back for the season. And then you just navigate down, scroll down, and click right here to see the listings of all of the jobs. And once you click on it, you'll actually be able to like review the description, and then you can apply online. So you can apply online for that if you're interested in any of these upcoming jobs. Next, I'll talk a little bit about interns and externships. The interns and externship opportunities, it's a way for students to gain experience working and learning from zoo professionals. We have over 30 departments to choose from, including animal management and research. Intern and externships, the minimum requirement age is 18, and applicants either must be currently enrolled in college or at least have some prior college coursework. And so if you're interested in internship, you can do that and actually gain college credit. But if you just want to have the experience without getting credit, then that would be the externships. And so there are some different requirements for each of those. Internships, we would like for you to volunteer to intern for a minimum of 20 hours a week. For 6 weeks, and then externships, it's a minimum of 15 hours per week for 6 weeks. And so we have 2 upcoming deadlines. If you're interested in a summer internship or externship, that deadline is March the 1st. And if you're thinking maybe you want to plan a little bit farther out, we have the fall internship season starts, and that deadline is July the 1st. Next, I'll talk a little bit about our teen volunteer program. So right now we have 2 programs, volunteer programs for teens, teens ages 15 to 18. The first one is the Zoo Alive Teen Volunteer Program, which is run through the education department. It's a summer program, and those volunteers assist with our camp program, our different educational events. The application deadline to be a Zoo Alive teen is March the 3rd. And I always want to let teens know that this is a year-round commitment. So you'll be committing for a whole year. The zoo teens are involved in a lot of the work at the zoo. You may have remembered us talking about the Buy the Bags campaign, where we're trying to get people to reduce their single-use plastic. And so they sometimes will be at different events. Sometimes they're in the community. This past year, even during COVID, we were able to do some things with our teens. They actually came to Wildcat Park and helped with honeysuckle removal. And so there's monthly meetings if you're interested in that. If you're thinking maybe you don't want to commit to such a long volunteer program, the zoo also has the Zoo Teens program. And that one is also for the summer, where that's when it starts. But there's 3 areas that we focus on, and that's insectarium, the docent program, where you can kind of shadow a docent and learn how to do that kind of interpretation work, and also in the gift shops. And that deadline is April the 1st. And that one only requires 30 service hours. And so those links are there as well. Next thing I'm going to talk about is what everybody's excited about, summer camp. We are so excited to be offering in-person camps this year. And so if you guys remembered, we had Camp Joey, which is our preschool camp. We got to be entering kindergarten, I'm sorry. And then we have Camp Kangazoo, teen camp, specialty camps, and also before and after care options. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on here so you can kind of see that page. And so once you get to the camp page, you can actually click on each one of these and you can get more information. So let's just click on Camp Kangazoo. It'll give you the description. It'll tell you when registration starts. And then you go down further and you'll be able to see all of the different sessions that you could register for. This year, unfortunately, because of COVID, we're not offering 2 camp themes this year. We're only offering 1. But we're just still so excited to be bringing camp back. I also want to talk about scholarships. And so our scholarship applications will be available in April. So you want to come back to this page toward the end of March, early April, and just go all the way down to the screen and click here where it says financial assistance. And this is where you're going to get the scholarship information. We will have an online application for you to fill out. And I will be in contact with Jeffrey. And if someone needs a paper one, we could always send you that file if you need to print it out and kind of help you with that process. And so we will be taking scholarship applications for all of our camps, Camp Joey, Camp Kangazoo, Teen Camp, and the specialty camps. I know some of the specialty camp this year, we are bringing back the carnivore camp, the junior and the senior marine biology camp. And then our instructors have a few new camps that they're going to be doing this year. So really excited about that. The next thing that I want to share with you guys is about our virtual career program. And so maybe you just want to learn more about zoo careers. And so this is a great opportunity. It's free for high school students. It's a virtual meeting via Zoom where you actually get to meet a panel of zoo professionals, learn about their key duties and responsibilities, and you could ask them questions. And so the next career panel that we're going to be hosting is on March the 8th. From 5 to 6 p.m. via Zoom. And the professionals that we're going to talk to, or that you'll get to talk to, is Maria Hendricks, who is the manager of the revenue. She works in the cash room, so she's a finance zoo employee. We have Tom Sinert, who is one of our maintenance directors. Jackie McGarahan, who is one of the carnivore keepers, will be available to talk to you guys. And then we also have Ruth Doltz, who is our assistant interpreter manager. And so we try to give you a variety of panelists so you can kind of get just a good overview of the different types of jobs that are at the zoo that help support our conservation work. And so if you click on this link right here, it actually just takes you straight to the website, the webinar registration page. You can enter your information. There's some questions in there because we want to know information about your school organization. And then if you keep scrolling down, you'll also get that information on each one of the panelists. So you'll know, who's going to be coming to give you that presentation that day. The next thing that I want to share is about our free community family programs at Wildcare Park. Some of you may remember coming to Wildcare Park in fall of 2020 for our family program pilots. You guys were the guinea pigs, remember? So we used kind of your feedback to help kind of determine how we were going to develop and make these programs moving forward. So we have been so fortunate to secure funding. We got 2 grants to actually expand these programs starting this spring. And so you can apply for these for free. So the first one is Family Outdoor Discovery Program, and that's for families with children ages 5 and up. This is a 3-session program. So it's monthly, March, April, and May, if you want to come in the spring, or you can wait and come in the fall, August, September, and October. And there are both AM and PM sessions available. If you want to spend a little bit more time in nature and outdoor programming, we have a 7-session program called Family Nature Club, and that's for families with children ages 8 and up. And that's going to run monthly from March through September. And we also have AM and PM sessions that you could choose from. Everyone who completes the program, you will actually get a nature exploration bag or kit that will have a journal and a pair of binoculars and some other resources on native wildlife. And I will click on this link as well so that you can kind of see that page. And so because this is a program that we are sharing with our community partners, we're not advertising this to the public. We actually emailed all of our community partners to give them the link because we want to invite you to come and have the program first. And so clicking on this website page, it'll give you the details about the actual program, the description. It tells you what's going to happen or what we're going to cover at each session. And then you can just click on registration and it'll take you straight to the online registration page. So looking forward, I hope we get to see some of you guys. And I think that was my last slide. So if anyone has any questions, I am happy to answer any questions that you have.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. That's very, very helpful. I'm just listening to those great opportunities and I'm like, man, I wish I was a kid. At least I was a young person, a high schooler, to take advantage of these great opportunities that you guys have.
Well, I mean, for the family programs, we encourage parents to come with the kids. It's about the social learning. We want you guys to learn together. So we'll be more than happy for parents to come and learn with their kids. Yes.
Definitely. I think for me, I will be there. I would definitely I was there with my kids and my son. I know he's an outdoor guy. He loves all this exploring outside. I'm sure he would love to do it again this year, and I look forward to it. So
that was a lot of information that I had. So Jeffrey, I sent you an email yesterday that just gave you like the titles and then the links, and so you can share that with the parents and then they can kind of do a little bit more investigating.
Yes, I would definitely share that information with the parents and also the youth forum. Hopefully we can be able to get a couple of them to take advantage of this. Like you mentioned, this is not advertised to the general public. It is advertising to the members or the partners. And I think there's no better way time to take advantage of some of these rare opportunities that our young people can take advantage of it. Anybody with a question? We got a few minutes here for a question or a comment. You just unmute yourself and or post on the chat. Go ahead, Mr. Mohammed.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good to see you.
Yeah, me too. I was wondering if you have to join, if you have option for adults like us who love nature and who would love to explore more opportunities with you.
Unfortunately, we've only had one adult program at Wildcat Park, and we've offered it in the fall. That is one that's a fee-based program, and we did not get a lot of people interested. I think parents was just busy, adults were busy. And so we're trying to decide if we're going to do it again, if we're going to offer it again. But I think when we seek funding, when we're going to those corporations to say, hey, we need money to do these programs, they really want to target the youth over the adults.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mohammed, you got to find a kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
No, he gonna be one of our volunteers, and we can have him come. But maybe are there some openings for adults who are looking for jobs?
So the link that I shared that shows the part-time jobs, there are also full-time jobs as well. It's just this is the time when we have our big job fairs and our big hiring season. But if you go to that link, go to the St. Louis Zoo's website and go to About and then Unemployment and click on it, it'll show you all of our open positions. And so they are across different departments. Yes.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna share that one too to the general community. That's a good question, Mohammed.
Don't forget that next job fair is coming up.
What did you say the date is?
The job fair is on March the 12th.
Is it
9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And usually they will interview you on the spot, and sometimes they hire people on the spot.
I like that fact.
Yeah,
So
let me
you
put it down.
Yes.
March
the 12th, Saturday, March the 12th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the St. Louis Zoo main campus in Forest Park. And so definitely go to the website. I'm not sure if they are asking people to register to find out how many people are coming. And now that we're in COVID, the COVID world, we do things a little different. You just can't show up. You have to register. So definitely go to the website to just make sure that you know whatever that procedure is for coming.
Okay. That's a good information. We're gonna share that one, and I'll check on the link for registration, and I'll include it when I'm sharing it out. 9 in the morning, right?
Yes, 9 a.m.
Okay. Anybody with a question or a comment? So is there that I may have missed it? Did you say the deadline for the summer camp? When was the deadline?
So for the scholarship application,
Yes.
it's going to be in April. They are working on the application now. So
Okay.
I would check the website maybe late March.
Okay.
But you know, Jeffrey, as soon as that scholarship is ready, it'll either be myself or Eve Cooney who will email you and say it's ready. Go online. Yes.
That is good. And I appreciate you for the updates that you always share with us on the email. So thank you so much. Also giving us opportunity to be part of the bigger team or the St. Louis Zoo family. It's always something that we really, really don't take for granted. We appreciate you for that. Anybody else with the questions? I am trying to see if somebody has a comment on the chat, or you can just unmute yourself.
I think there was a question. Someone wanted to know about the volunteer program.
Okay.
Are you talking about the teen volunteer program, or are you talking about the externship program?
You say teen.
The teens, so for teens. So for the teen volunteer program, if you're interested in Zoo Alive, you want to go to that link and you want to complete the application. Let me go to my page on my screen. So that application deadline is March the 3rd. And remember, that's the one where you're going to be volunteering in the zoo for a whole year. And they have monthly meetings, and you'll have to work and assist with a certain number of programs and events. If you're wanting to be in the Zoo Teen program, not Zoo Alive, but the other one, you get to choose between 3 areas of the zoo, either insectarium, junior docents, or gift shops. And that deadline, they actually want you to schedule an interview. And you could actually schedule your interview on the website. And that interview, I think, has to be scheduled. That deadline is April 1st. So the Zoo Alive Teen one is coming up much faster, March the 3rd. And the other teen program is that interview deadline is April the 1st.
That's a good question, Missa. That's a good question.
And I just want you to know that for all of our volunteer programs, those candidates have to get a background check. All of the zoo staff and volunteers are required to be vaccinated. So there are some additional requirements that you'll see when you go to the website.
That's good. And I think for those who are not vaccinated, let me know if you are not vaccinated. We will be able to share with you where you can be able to get help. If you need some transport, I will be willing to offer my help, and I come get you and get you to where you can be vaccinated. So don't miss all this opportunity because you are not able to get a place to get vaccinated. So I just posted that one that I see that has a link that I see has the March 12th job fair.
The next job fair, yes.
Yeah, I see that that's the link. You just click there and you can be able to do your link there. Anything else that somebody have something to add on up? I think we got like 5 minutes to wrap it up. If the other thing I want to mention is that we have an ongoing program right now with Washington University for those who are in high school, mostly those who are in seniors and junior. They will be helping you writing your essay, especially also on your job, college application. So we have all those resources available. If you have not signed up or you missed out on our last session last week, please email me because there is a form you fill, then we can know who to be able to match you as your mentor. They walk you through if there's any application or scholarship that you're applying right now. They can help you go through it and make sure that you're able to have it the right wording and maybe the right information, you can be able to put it together. Then the other part is also this time a lot of you are applying for scholarship. We have a link that we are sharing on the chat where you can be able to check on some of the upcoming scholarship that are there, including Missouri states. There is some recommendations that you can be able to make some recommendation. If you need some recommendation letter and you're part of the 4A program, let me know. And I'm saying this because when we have Jacqueline here and also Linda, because when you apply those scholarships and you have worked with St. Louis Zoo, you have worked with Magic House, you have been in other programs, those are the key points that you mentioned that that helps you to build your profile. Maybe Jacqueline can be able to say something about that.
Something about that. I was just checking my email because I got something yesterday from Regions Bank about a scholarship application. I'm going to forward it to you right now. But yes, you are so true. Having the experience and having that on your application is definitely an advantage. It shows that you are not just all academic. It shows you being more well-rounded. A lot of times when you apply for these different internships or externships or volunteer programs, or you participated in these programs, it really lets those schools know a little bit more about your character and your interests. And so whatever you can do to kind of show them who you are as a person and what you're interested in, and you have those experiences, that does help on your application. Yes. But I'm gonna find this, Jeffrey, so that I can show it to you. I got it yesterday. It says Regions has an exciting opportunity for high school and college students. The Regions Writing Forward Scholarship Contest is open through March 31st. And it looks like it's an essay contest where you have to write an essay. And I think it's like 500 words or less. And so they're giving $35,000 scholarships. And then I think 15 scholarships that might be 3,500, but I'll forward it to you and you could pass it along to those families who you think might be interested.
That would be so nice, Jacqueline. And I think like I
just
mentioned,
got it yesterday. So yeah,
that is awesome.
Hopefully that'll help.
No, that is perfect.
Every little bit helps.
It does.
Everything,
even if it be $5, it's a big thing to add on your resume, to add on your profile. And I think, like I mentioned, you are so lucky right now because you have some college students who did the application last year. They are still fresh, and that's how they were able to get to college with all the full scholarship they got at WashU. So taking advantage of their presence and their help and doing this scholarship essay, it's something that I know it is priceless. Getting all those money, it may be giving you few thousands, but once you get one, you're likely to get the second and the third and the fourth and like that. The most important to get the first one. And we also have it's called Expression Challenge that is under Walgreen. That one also you can also participate. The deadline is March 1st. If you have a question, you can also use those students from WashU to help you put it together. And this is the things you can just, I had shared on the email, the details. Something that you're really passionate about. You can either write it, you can take a video, you can do an art like drawing. These are things that you would just do outside the classroom. And like Jacqueline said, that most of those scholars, those people who give scholarship, most of the college, they also want to know who are you outside the classroom, because you only know better. We can only know better who you are outside the classroom. Otherwise, everything that you're doing in the classroom, everybody else is doing the same. You are unique. How you make you stand out is when you do all this stuff, participate in this program at St. Louis Zoo, write those essays. I don't know, Janet is here. She just wrote an essay the other on the similar contest, and she got, I think, $2,000. We had Joseph, who participated in another essay. He also got a bunch of thousand also. It gives you the confidence to believe in yourself. It's not just about the money, but believe in your confidence that I can do this, and I'm good. I'm gifted. I have my own. I have my talent, and I can do better. So that ability to know once you achieve something, it's not just about the money, but also even if you don't win. I always say, even if you don't win, the fact that you are able to make that decision to participate and do something, it gives you a big advantage over those who don't, because you are overcoming your fear. Your fear is your biggest enemy. And the only person who can be able to help you overcome that fear is yourself. I think there is a writer who says that every time you're faced with a fear, you ask yourself two questions. One, how would you feel if you successfully confront your fear? How would you feel if that fear of doing it and you're able to successfully do it, and you're able to overcome and do it? And then the other question you need to ask yourself is, how will I feel weeks, months, years, and years if I don't do anything? You just be regretting, you wish you did something. And we always say that the biggest regret you have in life is not never trying. You can never feel regret because you tried. At least even if you failed, you made an attempt. You made an attempt. We also thought that Thomas made was, I mean, he failed. People say he didn't fail 4,000 times. He discovered 4,000 times the way the bar would not work. Any time you do is not a failure. It's a lesson learned. It all depends on the perception that you have. Being here today is a big, big effort. I would say it's a big effort that you're doing. Then most of them were not able to log in, but you being here, it tells me there is something unique about you. And I'm going to follow up with everyone that I see here to make sure that we give you the platform, we guide you so that you can be able to succeed. Like I always say, doing things that people are not willing to do today, you will have something they would have tomorrow. And I appreciate you guys for being here. I hope that you will be able to share those links. Make sure you log in, be your self-driven person. Don't wait to be pushed. When you do it yourself, because out of free will, you will be proud because it was your effort and you'll be proud of yourself. Anything else maybe I left out, or if Jacqueline have something to wrap it up, I will give her a minute to do that.
I just want to say thanks again for this opportunity to talk to all the families and to share our information. And as I was saying, we are just so elated to have this partnership, and it's not going away. We're just going to keep building and just keep moving forward. So thank you so much. Thank you,
Jacqueline. I appreciate you for all the great work you do. Other than that, I say thank you so much. We are right on time. I appreciate your time. I will make sure we follow up on the email with all those links that Jacqueline has shared. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.